I'm Dr. Sarcophagi. I feel it would be a little unkind to present this new season of Demented Features without just a word of friendly warning. You're about to unfold a show from the mind of Danvers, an insatiable, insane horror host who sought to create a show after his own image, without reckoning upon God. It's one of the strangest tales ever told. I think it would thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So, if any of you feel you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, I've warned you.
What a beautiful night at Griffin Manor. Usher is in London attending some Hammer Film convention. Dan is off collecting bottle caps again. Strange hobby. And I have this wonderful evening all to myself. I have my mummy model kit. I have my monster models. I've got Danvers from Demented Features. What are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Professor Griffin. I was just admiring your fruity mummy.
Yes, it's a custom. No, how did you get to Griffin Manor? You seem to pop up in the weirdest places without any logical reason.
It's a talent.
That is true. Well, hello, come here, you
Oh,
silly
my
boy.
goodness, yes, it's good to see you.
You maniac. Yes, I'm doing a custom of the Kairos model kit from Aurora, and I'm making him into the General Mills cereal mascot, the Fruity Yummy Mummy.
The Kairos one, not the other one that Universal is trying to push on
Don't
us.
start me on that, Universal. Well, it's so good to see you. I happen to be here enjoying drinks on the deck. It looks like you've helped yourself already.
I did. You had this bar open, and I just put a bunch of stuff in the tiki mug.
That's fair. That's
Okay,
fair.
yeah.
No, I'm enjoying the evening. So you're traveling through, appearing at random places. Look at you. Oh, good heavens.
I can't take my soda pop, whatever this is.
Easy now. Easy.
No, yes. I am traveling around, and I thought to myself, Danvers, you need to shake it up a bit. After the old the thing that we went through, and I thought you need to shake it up a little bit. So I thought, what is the most horrible, demented, extravagant, macabre place you can imagine in the United States? And I thought, Los Angeles.
So you're heading to Los Angeles?
I am going to go to Los Angeles.
Well.
And we're going to see how that works out.
Well, here's to good luck there.
Thank you.
I happen to know a lot of creatures out there, and some not so nice, so be careful, Dan.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
They say it never rains in Southern California.
No, it doesn't, but there's fires and mudslides and locusts and, all that fun stuff.
So how have you kept yourself this past year? We've all been safe. We've all been hidden away, being good, and doing what we can to help everyone out there as well.
We have.
But what have you been up to?
Well, I've been in the asylum mostly, but
Shocker.
I know, it's crazy. No pun intended. But I did meet COVID-19. The giant COVID-19 actually came, and we talked about it, and nice guy. I feel like he has ulterior motives, but nice guy.
You were on medication, weren't you?
Maybe. Maybe, yes.
Well,
yes.
tell him to go away.
This is fun.
This? Oh, sorry. Yes, it's for the kit. I apologize.
That's all right.
A thing. I enjoy my time modeling. I've been doing a lot of that. Maybe I'll show you a little bit more of my model.
Oh, I would love that.
Yes, certainly.
Yes.
And you've brought some film cans?
Film cans and monster magazines and so forth. I have a couple of I thought I'd shake it up a bit and we'd do some surrealist films this Halloween instead of...
Are we doing an episode of Demented Features right now?
Maybe?
Yes, and we are doing a feature, a Demented Features
Yes.
episode. Yes, that is correct. So, good.
You wouldn't sign the contract, so I thought I'd just sneak in and just sort of like ambush you.
You know, and did you bring this dog?
I did. You know, I was hitchhiking out on the highway, and this dog has just followed me around and protected me. You know, when I was in danger a couple of times, sort of like in Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, her little dog.
Yes,
You know, it would just like...
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Or gonk.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's adorable. Take him with you when you go.
Okay.
All right. Well, so what have you got in the film cans for us there, Danvers?
So, you know, I wanted to look my best, so I trimmed what little facial hair I could muster.
Fair enough.
But I thought, we'll start with this really bizarre film from 1911 called Le Barbe.
La Barbe?
Le Barbe.
La Barbe!
Yes. It is. It was made by a Spanish filmmaker, and I'm not looking at my notes, but yes, and I am. Spanish filmmaker. I know he was working. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, see? It comes
Look
in handy.
at that. You know, those of you who've been watching Demented Features for the past decade know that I've given up trying. I just pull out my notes and I just go to town. But we have Segundo de Chemin.
You mean segundo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
okay.
not Spanish, but he worked for Pathé Films
Oh,
and
yes.
very experimental stuff.
Like
so,
George Méliès.
Yeah, like George Méliès.
Huh. Well,
Not,
all right.
This one's not as epic as the Man to the Moon or whatever. But,
Yes, well, I'm excited to see that. I can honestly say I have never seen La Barbe.
Le Barbe!
La Barbe.
Well, without further ado, let's move on to Le Barbe.
All right.
Before the neighbors get upset.
That's true. It will be a close shave.
Hey there, Danvers. It's me, Psychopsychotic, the king of ghouls who makes the carry-on drool. I thought I'd pop in and give you a little scream for Halloween. You know, here in Vegas, we go a little crazy for anything that passes for entertainment. So, we're looking forward to your visit. Why, I even have your sleeping quarters all laid out. I know you're used to tight spaces, so I'm sure you'll be quite comfortable. It even comes with a coat rack. And there's plenty to feast on all around you. I definitely recommend the Bloody Mary. It goes great with the Sloppy Joe. Or the Bill, or the Steve. Heck, they're all scrumptious. We'll be waiting for you.
Good evening. I am Bobby Guy Munster of Munster Movie Night, along with my pal and co-host Boris T. Buzzard. We would like to scream for our dear fiend Danvers for his season 8 on this Halloween. Boris? I mean, there's always a trick and a treat, but his shows is always a treat. So, keep watching, and, as always, keep screaming.
Well, welcome to the bowels of Griffin Manor and some of my collectibles. This is one of my... Sorry about that. Yes, happy anniversary, by the way, Leatherface. Not too long ago. But yes, I collect, as many of you know, and Danvers, I know you do,
Yes.
many horror collectibles from the past, the present, and of course the future. And some of them I would love to show if you don't mind.
Oh, yes, please do.
All right. So I'm going to start with one of my most treasured pieces that I have. Quick story, night creatures. I was walking through a estate sale, as I often do, because I haunt the obituary section. So I'm walking through an estate sale, and I see a stack of studio cards, you see. And these were those cards that they would do for the actors. And I found this Boris Karloff one.
Ooh.
Yes, we'll get a nice tight shot of that, but that's Karloff himself. And the fun thing is, night creatures, that on the back of it, it literally, in his handwriting, reads, "To Doris from Boris," which... I don't know who Doris is, and in fact, I wanted to change my name to Doris, but I did not. But this is my pride and joy is actually Karloff touched this, wrote on it, and if Griffin Manor burned to the ground, this would be the thing I grab, because it's
I can't say I blame you.
Boris Karloff's autograph. But let's look around, shall we?
Yes. So we've got, excuse me, your mom is right there.
Yes, Pamela Voorhees, of course. Here, Betsy Palmer, her autograph here. I have a Carolyn Jones autograph. Morticia Adams herself. My old friend Joe Bob Briggs. The king of them all, Zachary.
Oh, Zachary.
Yes, of course.
We love Zachary.
Yes. One of my friends, Ken Foree from Dawn of the Dead, signed this for me. To Professor Griffin, you dirty old man. It's almost as if he knew something.
Yes, I would say so.
No, I don't know. But yes, I say, Danvers, let's go to some B-roll.
Yes, let's look.
acquired over the years, and I've met quite a few folk, as you have, I'm sure.
Yes, very impressive.
Thank you.
I love the models. That's one of my favorite things.
Oh yes, the model kits, and as I mentioned outside there, that part of what I was doing during my pandemic quarantine, as it were, was building model kits, and I found myself really getting into the fun that we used to have when we were kids building these things. They were fantastic bits of nostalgia. All the way from the Auroras. Yeah. These are still my childhood Aurora model kits. You see here the Frankenstein's monster and Dracula, of course, all the Universals, my favorites. Kyrus the Mummy, amen. All the way down here to the Phantom of the Opera and Jack the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. These were the original Monster Craze model kits, which really sort of started it all.
You and I came along in a period when we actually had toys.
Oh, yes.
But back in the 50s and 60s, when monsters really had their resurgence in their heyday, especially with the horror hosts, model kits were about what you could do. You didn't have action figures yet.
Right.
So model kits became very sacred objects to the monster kids like us.
And the memories involved with the frightening lightning, the glow-in-the-dark varieties of them, which really does instill in myself the love of glow-in-the-dark. If it can glow in the dark, I want it to glow in the dark.
Yes, absolutely.
And of course the toys, as you said. So on the other side there, I've got all kinds of great collectibles of the Mummy and the Wolfman. That's including the Mego Mad Monsters.
And I love, my OCD self loves how you've categorized mummies, Dracula, Frankenstein, and other stuff.
Well, I should mention also, since I mentioned Mego, I'll give them a plug. They're back, Night Creatures.
Yes.
If you are interested in sort of thing, you can go and pick up new Megos of mummies and vampires. They have the Hammer license. They're doing
they are
Christopher Lee.
We're
right
both
there.
waiting for Chris. Oh, you have Christopher Lee already?
I think you already shot it, but yes, it's there. He is right
I'm
there.
going to go over here because I have him on pre-order.
Yes,
I don't have him yet.
Yes, Christopher
Where
Lee.
is he?
Should I turn the light on?
Turn the light on. Screw it. Screw production value.
There he is, right there.
All right, that's Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Peter Cushing is
Cushing.
one.
No.
Peter Cushing is who we have on pre-order.
In case you're wondering, he got Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing mixed up.
I know.
Who? I don't even know you anymore.
It was the drinks from earlier. Slithis.
Oh God!
Slithis.
Now you're talking about something that really hurts. Slithis.
Tell us about Slithis.
Oh, good heavens! All right, so Slithis is a film, and that's I'm using that kindly. It's a film that is one of the worst films you'll ever see.
Professor, can I pick this up?
Absolutely, help yourself. Oh, nice. Christopher Lee press-on nails. Did you knock that over?
Oh,
no.
Probably. I love your Christopher Lee press-on nails.
Well, the Slithis movie is a gag, really. We watched it years ago, and my brother, James Fortinos, he and I switch it back and forth. We actually pass Slithis back and forth to each other, hidden in things like loaves of bread and cake, and whoever gets it, it's almost like passing the runes from Night of the Demon. When you pass the Slithis, you have to take it and keep it until you can pass it back, unbeknownst to the victim.
Where did this come from?
Oh, that's a little custom I got on Etsy. A guy was making little Remco-sized bits and pieces of. They have a little Phantom of the Opera set, but I wanted to get the Frankenstein monster because, of course, he's one of my favorites.
I love that.
Yes, and it moves.
It's got the little gears on it. That's fantastic.
I am enjoying it. And you notice at the bottom, and you've already shot this, but at the bottom there is my $6 Million Man stuff because. Yeah. I really like the $6 Million Man. That's Maskatron. Maskatron, the greatest toy ever made.
Yes.
Fight me.
I love it. I love it.
It is fun. And
so I have all. Maybe one day I'll do a tour of my own collection. But I have all the Remco monsters, and I'm still looking. If anybody wants to donate their mini monster play case to me.
Ooh, yeah, that's pricey.
Shh, they don't need to know that.
It's not pricey.
Just let me know. They're a dime a dozen because they all hold up and they're all in perfect condition.
Yes.
They weren't vinyl and hope.
To dream the impossible dream.
To fight the I'm sorry, I'm turning into Jim Neighbors.
You were. And then, of course, the other model kits that I worked on over the pandemic are displayed here. I have the monster scenes, Frankenstein and the Victim, the Grave Robber's Reward from the Haunted Mansion model kits, MPC, which they re-released as the Grave Robber's Demise, the Ghost of Castlemare, which was sort of a sequel to the Forgotten Prisoner.
Now, you can still get these. You can get reproductions.
Absolutely.
Because I know that, and I may be miscommunicating or whatever I'm trying to say. I know some of these, like The Victim, were really controversial in their day.
They were. In fact,
which makes them so much more appealing.
Now, that's an original Victim. It's a repop of the monster, but I did manage to snag an original Victim, the one he's holding in his hands there. Because they were the parents' groups got all up in arms because there was torture, and there was mad doctors, and there was scientific experiments, and they didn't care for that sort of nonsense.
And Vietnam,
and they also didn't care for that sort of nonsense. Yeah. They probably should have cared more. But then, of course, the Pirates of the Caribbean, another one of my favorites, the NPC model kits of the Pirates of the Caribbean, Hoist High the Jolly Roger, Dead Man's Raft, Dead Men Tell No Tales. They're all here as well. And I still got more to work. He's shown more boxes here. But yes, I've got more things to do during the pandemic because I'm staying safe. And I'm building model kits. That's what I'm doing, Night Creatures.
Very good. You know, speaking of safe...
Yes?
I think we're going to cut to our next safe.
You know what? I think it's time. And now, a message from the BBC.
Yes.
Stop that.
This is the BBC.
Yes, hello and welcome back to El Gato Negro. I am Reginald St. John Smythe, and this is the show where we examine American cinema and its importance in the world. My guest tonight is Colin Clay, and Mr. Clay is an expert in American expressionist cinema. Mr. Clay, today's feature that we are discussing is the 1943 film Meshes in the Afternoon.
Ah, yes, Meshes in the Afternoon. Thank you so much, Reginald, for having me here on the show. Meshes in the Afternoon is a very important American film.
Quite.
What is your take on this masterpiece?
Yes, well, Meshes in the Afternoon was made in 1943 by the husband-wife team of Maya Deren and Alexander Hackenschmidt. And this film illustrates better than any other piece of cinema that I can think of that the Americans, they really like to be artistic.
Artistic.
And
Autistic or autistic?
Artistic. And what we're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, will stagger the imagination.
Right.
No film that I can think of, Mr. Clay, better illustrates the way the Yanks think.
Yes. There's lots of wandering around. It's like Americans like to wander around. You know, it is very much that Meshes in the Afternoon was very much influenced by Salvador Dali.
That's right.
And the French surrealism. But I feel it is more of the American post-war film noir than the French surrealism.
Yes. In fact, the BBC officially granted Meshes in the Afternoon the title of the 40th most important American film ever made. 40th most important American film ever made. And now, without further ado,
let us roll film!
Meshes in the Afternoon.
Hi.
Greetings, I'm Colin Clay. I hope you've enjoyed this screening of Meshes of the Afternoon. I am now contractually obligated to present to you a new version of this film that was recently discovered in the Museum of Modern Art. It was found in the vaults mysteriously, and it is my critical point of view that this film is a complete rip-off of Meshes of the Afternoon. But I present it to you here for your critical eye to see this film starring horror host Danvers. So, without further ado, let's roll film.
Are you done?
Yes.
You left me there for a bit.
I was just so entranced with the surrealism of meshes of the afternoon.
Yes, now that had to have been, well, obviously we know it was the 90th most important film in American history.
You say that with such humor.
No, I mean it. But that was,
Well, you know, whatever the BBC says.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
But that was truly a Demented feature.
It was.
Here's to that.
Here's to that.
What a great way to start your season, as it were. Well, thank you, Danvers. This has been a delightful visit, and I've seen things that I never want to see again. But I've seen things, and you have too, and you've learned things,
Yes.
I know.
If I can't scar at least one person for life, I haven't done my job.
Every time we get a new scar, it's just another experience, night creatures. So, all of you out there, Danvers, of course, myself, Professor Anton Griffin, I'm so pleased that you joined us for this. Have fun, be safe,
Yes.
be careful.
Don't be dumb. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Go get vaccinated. Go get vaccinated. Wear a mask. It doesn't do anything. Get one of those masks that has like teeth and monster faces and so forth. What
is important is that we do things for each other.
Yes.
And here at Griffin Manor and at Demented Features, we urge you to do for others. Think about someone else and be safe. We will get through this together, but we have to take care of each other. That's the truth of it, night creatures.
It is the truth. And, you know, my friend, it is so good to see you again.
Yes, likewise.
We must do more of this. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
And cheers to you.
Yes.
I am so excited to be relaunching Demented Features. And you're out there, you're probably like, Danvers, what in the hell have you changed? It's an ongoing process. Just... See, they agree.
They're hunting him now. The
They
dogs
are.
here. So.
Well, on that note, until next time, I'm Danvers. This is Professor Anton Griffin. Good night, whatever you are.
And rest in peace.